That is, I mean, the future is now. Singularity is what? 5 years away. That's what I read on the internet.
20, think it's that soon?
Tomorrow.
2028.
20. I heard 2030.
So by episode 750, we'll be at the Singularity.
Yeah. What do you? How do you feel about the Singularity? Are you ready?
So I'm gonna make sure I'm on the same page as you guys. That's part of the whole Anunnaki shit, where like we ascend to like their level of understanding and become like one species looking to a greater good collectively, rather than just a bunch of monkeys.
Is it that or
with nukes.
computers?
I'd say the more immediate one would be where computers or artificial intelligence irrevocably change our life.
So
like there's no going back.
Okay, that's a different definition.
And
I understand it.
Possibly becomes more intelligent.
I mean, we could put gold in the atmosphere if you want.
So I don't know, man. It's scary because like, and before I get into my opinion on it, I am going to just say up front that my religious background is Christian, and that's still what I practice, and so I come from that bias.
That's the right one,
right? Yeah, I come from. That's
where I come from.
That's the bias that I come from, and so what's scary to me is, because we're going to integrate with technology. It's already happening. Like Elon Musk just completed the first human trials for Neuralink, and all of that. So it's going to happen. And like I was having this conversation with my buddy Joey. We did an episode like a week and a half ago in the new studio, testing everything out, make sure like worked properly and shit. And one of the things that kind of popped in my head was like, okay, let's imagine like in an old school video game, right? Either your player or like AI players, they have like a health bar above their head, right? So imagine we all have like an invisible soul bar above your head, right? And right now everyone exists at 100%. I wonder how much AI and not symbiotic, but like a bionic shit you get put into you until it goes down to where in God's eyes you're more machine than you are man. Sure. And then it's like, well, what are you? Or what type of cyborg are you now? Right? Whatever it is, right? So but that is the path we're gonna go down. And then my buddy Joey, credit to him, because I never put the two together. He brought up the fact that how advanced CRISPR is becoming. Yeah, it's going to eventually converge together, and you're going to have, well, it's going to start out with the AI stuff and the integration. It's going to start out with the haves and the have-nots, right? It's like, oh, the elites are the ones that have, because I mean, fucking, what's it called? The Apple Vision Pro shit just came out.
Apple Vision Pro shit.
Who has that? Only rich people. Why? Because it's $4,000 fucking dollars. Right, this shit is expensive as fuck, right? So, or it might be $2,500, one of those two. Well, but my point is like, so it's gonna be the haves and the have-nots, right? That's what it's going to be. Yeah. And then, exactly. Well, he's had a lot and needs to go have a salad. But no, I'm just kidding.
How would you feel walking through a busy fucking street?
Honestly, bro, here's my thing with that. Right, here's my thing. Okay, so if I'm a mayor, let's just make it simple, squish it down a little bit. If I'm the mayor of Albuquerque, and I'm seeing a lot of these people wearing that in public and walking the street and say, hey, guess what, everybody? If you see somebody walking around openly with their Vision Quest and they're possibly fucking with traffic, you have every right to hit them. You have every fucking right to hit them. I'm sorry, but like this is
that dude.
Like, what are you looking at?
You're encouraging dangerous behavior because you don't like it?
No, I'm encouraging dangerous behavior because this is disconnecting you from society and therefore making you an inconvenience to everybody else.
But there's society online they're interacting with.
What are they doing there when
how
they're?
Come the car society?
Are they answering their emails while they're like doing their mile? Right?
Because it's so interesting. I saw a guy using it. And what you can, it's admittedly, it's fucking cool. Like, I want to get that out of the way, too.
It's like a HUD, right?
I don't want to sound like a hater, but it's fucking cool. Exactly. It's a heads-up display. So basically what it is, so the guy was walking around his house. And so he went up to his kitchen, and he had a digital grocery list on his fridge. Yeah. He went into his office and he had a computer set up. He had digital computer set up, and then he had like emails here and he had this here. He went into the living room, and there were traditionally where a TV would be, there was no TV. It was just a giant 80-inch screen that he can fuck with, right?
Yeah.
And so he went into and then he would go into his office again, and then he had a digital library. And so I'm watching all that, and I'm like, okay, so in like 5 years, 8 years, there's just gonna be like no screens if this, because this is how it all starts, right? It starts with very big, very expensive, just like every smartphone, just like every computer, just like every laptop,
like my first girlfriend.
Then it's gonna get smaller and cheaper. Exactly. So
and that's actually what Singularity is.
Yeah. So anyway,
over time, as technology gets better and better, and things get smaller and smaller, mathematically and even just with statistically, it gets cheaper and cheaper.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So we are now witnessing this dawn, the very beginning of augmented reality.
And my point,
and we will start to get into AI-assisted augmented reality.
yes. Well, that is AI.
Well, not necessarily. It is an
Because
overlay.
it has AI inside of it. That's what I'm trying to say.
It doesn't have AI. It is this thing.
I heard it did.
You can put Chat GPT and things, but this isn't like a AI machine. This is an augmented reality device.
Right.
And eventually you will be able to have AI, and I'm sure you could already. But these things are going to start getting inside of us, technically.
Yes.
Your glasses, for example, John's glasses.
Your glasses.
Mine, Alan could probably.
I don't have glasses.
Getting some.
I'm not a fucking pussy. I don't wear fucking glasses.
I'm the only one with pure eyes in this room.
But that's, I mean, we're seeing a weird change and a shift of human civilization. And unfortunately, I do believe it will end a lot of religions and things of that nature.
Imagine making
And
love with those goggles
It'll
on.
happen.
You
It'll
think that
happen.
would happen?
You could just pull up
well,
someone else's fucking
that's the-
avatar
No,
on
I
your
was gonna
body.
say-
Well, I was gonna say, like, you can go on all these stories and find all these stories on Reddit where like guys are fucking their girlfriend or their wife, but they have to watch porn and nut.
Oh,
Like that's gonna be a thing. Anyway, so the
Right.
reason why I bring up the
That
Apple
will be
Vision,
possible.
the Apple Vision shit, is because right now it's not like at a dire state, but we're looking at people, and it happens with every big tech release. It's the haves and the have-nots, right? But when it starts becoming an integrated AI system in your body that makes you a quote elevated human, right? It's gonna be those that have it and those that don't, and it's gonna be and it's gonna become a whole new class system that, quite frankly, we don't know how to deal with yet. And that's why I loved, just to kind of wrap this back, we were talking about earlier. I loved that Tucker Carlson brought that up to Putin, and Putin had the wisdom to be like, you know what? It's cool for now, but it's going to reach a point where the world leaders have to come together and figure out a way to regulate it. And because I completely agree, because right now, AI, I mean, it's been happening, but it's going to start absorbing jobs that
It
that
already
people would have.
absorbed Steve
And then-
Jobs.
and then and then and you can look this up in California. I think it's in LA. There is the first completely AI ran burger joint.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
It's completely ran
McDonald's
by
and-
AI.
Would you go to that?
Wendy's.
Fuck no. Fuck no.
Get some AI spit in your burger.
As long as they don't have an AI retard working there.
Oh my god. It contaminates my food. No, I'm just kidding.
He'll
I'm
just
making them at night. No.
He'll just hang around awkwardly for an hour while I'm there, and I don't want to be rude. And I'm really thinking inside, get the fuck away from me.
It's an AI that's short circuiting, just watching you eat.
The AI says
good?
the frosty machine's out. It is out.
But anyway, so like it's that's already happening, and it's gonna get to wrap up my point. It's gonna come to the point where the traditional, organic, flawed humans will no longer be a thing.
Yeah.
And it's all gonna be that's like and that's every AI movie ever. Like that's The Matrix. That's the beginning of even like Man of Steel, where it's like Krypton didn't have natural births. They had these generated Kryptonians, and Kal-El was
CRISPR.
exactly. So that's CRISPR, right? So it's gonna get to a point where it's a CRISPR-made human, and then AI basically buffs up the edges, and that's what it's going to turn into. And I don't know, I feel like something like, and again, coming from a place of religion, I really do think that things like Neuralink, and thank God for Elon Musk. If there was anybody on the planet right now that I could trust with that level of intellect mixed with about as much altruism as you can get out of a human right now, it would be Elon Musk.
Did you say autism?
Well, that too.
Yeah, I was about to say autism.
That too. But that much altruism from a human right now, I'm glad it's Elon Musk. But there's going to come a time where he either steps down from power or he dies, he gets assassinated, something's going to happen, and the not good people are going to get the fucking tech, and it's going to... I really do think that Neuralink is the beginning of whatever the mark of the beast is, it's going to come from Neuralink.
Yeah.
It's going to be traced back to Neuralink. And
that's a good take. I like that.
well, no, because you look at stuff like the and I can't. I wish I was, but I'm not the guy that can like rip out Bible verses and shit like that. But the way they describe the mark of the beast, it sounds awfully like the shit that where you've heard about like the automated Amazon stores, right? Where you like use your handprint, or you use like a thing on your wrist, or you use your thumbprint. And they have that in some baseball stadiums now. Like that's what a lot of that. Oh, my phone's almost dead. That's what it kind of sounds like in the way it's described in the Bible.
If you're
so I don't know. That's the type of stuff that racks around in my brain.
Yeah.
And there's no, like, a part of me says there's no point in fighting it. And of course, there's like a small optimistic part of my body. It's like, oh, well, maybe humans can course correct. But when have we ever course correct ever on major things that fucked us up? Like when, right? It's that.
It's usually disasters.
Yeah, it's that final
everything.
It's that final line out of Oppenheimer where he goes, I came to the calculations that would start a chain of event. That would like destroy humanity. I think we have. It's that type of shit, right?
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep evolving.